Hey guys, it is Carl Brown from GuitarLessons365.com. Today we've got a fun one. We're going to learn how to play Jack and Diane by John Cougar Mellencamp. So this one reminds me of my childhood a lot. So anyway, the opening riff I played, it's obviously on a big distorted tone, but the rest of the song is pretty much on, well, most of the parts of the song are on acoustic. So I'm just going to teach the whole thing on acoustic. If you've got a second guitarist that can play those parts on electric, go for it. So this is what he's playing on that electric intro. It's these, we're in standard tuning here. We have the open A string. We're going to have an A major triad up here. So that's going to be the 10th fret on the B, 9th fret, really you're going to just bar across the 9th fret across the B, G, and the D string. But the first, as you're doing that bar, you're going to add the 10th fret there on the B, and then the 11th fret on the D. So you play those three strings along with the open A string. So the four middle strings, and then just move it down to the E chord, and he still keeps the A string underneath it. And then we go back to the A, back to the E, and then down, take this chord shape down 2 frets. Try this. And then we have a couple of open D string riffs. It's first just down, up, down, up. And then you do down, up, down, up, down, up. So we have this. Repeat. Now that the open D string is actually played on an acoustic guitar. All right, so then we get to the verse section, which is just pretty much all acoustic. Sounds like this. All right, so that is just going to be an A major chord here at the 5th fret across the B and the high E string. And with the 6th fret there on the G string. So you play that chord and then move the melody up to the 7th fret on the high E string. Then you play this E major chord here, which is just like a D, but just moved up 2 frets. So we have this. So kind of down, up, down, and then quick, just down to a straight D chord down here. Still playing the top 3 strings. Don't hit the open D or anything. I'm playing those with 2 downstrokes and then muting them, just releasing the pressure after each one. Then back up to the E chord. Then you're gonna make it an E sus4 real quick by laying down the 5th fret there on the high E string, and then back to the regular E shape. So this. Just repeat that. Except this, when you repeat it, the second ending is this. So that's just playing, it goes straight up, just the D chord, the E chord, and then an A. So the whole verse riff that we end up repeating a couple times looks like this. First that sus, then straight up. The repeat. All right, now we have a little acoustic riff that happens at the 45-second mark. Looks like this. Oh, I'm sorry, let's play it right. So we're going to hang out on the 4 middle strings here again. So what we're going to do is start with the A chord, open A string, barring across the 2nd fret of the D, G, and the B. Then you're going to move it to a D chord by just playing the 3rd fret there on the B, 4th fret there on the D string. Remember, always have the open A in there. So we have this. So go to that chord and then back to the A. And then, so then the D shape just moved up to the E. So this. Then come back down to the D shape. Hit that a couple times and then go back to the E. There's a little fill in there. You're holding that E shape. And then you move the melody note on the G string from the 4th fret to the 6th fret. So play the 6th fret with your pinky. And then back down to 4. So this. And start over again. And then the last ending is this. So it's that D chord hit twice to the A. So I have this so far. Alright, then it goes back into the verse. From the verse we get to the chorus, which is very similar to the verse. Just we have a slight little difference. Let me play for you the chorus real quick. Alright, so we start with that same little down to the E chord, then the D, back to the E. But the first time through that riff, you don't actually do this sus thing. So don't do this sus little move, so just then you start over again. And this time you actually don't go all the way up to the A, you just still go straight up to the E, but this is just like the verse, you do the little sus move there. So we have this for the first half of the chorus. Repeat. No sus chord there, and this last time, this is basically the 4th time through the chords. That's when you go straight up to the A major chord. So all together for the chorus. All right, so we go back through the same, progression riffs we've heard before. All right, then we have this little drum solo section where there's no guitar there. But after that, we do it's at the 3 minute and 30-second mark. There's kind of an altered chorus, and it's kind of subdued sounding. It sounds like this. So we're kind of messing around with that acoustic riff that we did earlier, just with this A major. And then just kind of slightly maybe pick across the B and the G, and then move it up to the E. Pick it across those 2 strings again, and then down to the D. Then back to the E. So this. Then we go back to the A, back to the E, D, and the A. So all together. All right, one more riff. We're back to the electric guitar riff at the end, which is slightly different than the beginning of the song. It's at the 3 minute and 39-second mark. The different rhythm sounds like this. so that's just the same chords that we played in the beginning, except with just slightly different rhythm. So just that A to E, again, hit the E, so this. Back to the A, E, D. So same chords, just a more straightforward rhythm. Just kind of do that all the way until it fades out. All right, hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a fun one as soon as you get it all together. See you again soon for guitarlessons365.com.